In this video we will discuss the life and work of Frederic Leighton, the British artist best known for his portrayal of women. His works depict historical, biblical and classical subject matter in an academic style. He was a dedicated painter who indulged a passion for poetic idealism. Who was Frederic Leighton? Let's find out, but first we welcome you to Realms Beyond, your best destination for learning about the art world past, present and future. We invite you to stay till the end of this video so you can gain a deeper understanding about today's featured artist. Frederic Leighton, though often considered a quintessential English artist, was born in Scarborough, England in 1830, into a well-to-do family that fostered his early artistic inclinations. His formative years were marked by extensive travel across Europe, exposing him to diverse cultures and artistic traditions from a young age, experiences that would profoundly shape his aesthetic sensibilities. His family was cultured and well-connected. His grandfather, Sir James Leighton, had worked as a physician to the Russian royal family. In 1832, Frederic moved to London along with his parents and his two sisters, Alexandra and Augusta. Though officially enrolled as a student at University College in Frognal, North London, the young Leighton spent large amounts of time abroad with his family. Between 1839 and 1845 they lived in turn in Paris, Rome, Germany, Switzerland, Florence and Berlin. It was during his first visits to Italy that Frederic was introduced to drawing, and by the end of his youthful travels he had enrolled in academies of art in Berlin, Munich and Florence. The impact of his wandering childhood on his work is evident, both in the richness and scope of his artistic imagination, and from his language skills he picked up French, German and Italian with ease. In 1852 the young artist moved again, this time to Rome. Making full use of the cultural and artistic opportunities that the city afforded, he befriended a wide group of painters working across a range of genres, including Johann Friedrich Overbeck, George Mason and Giovanni Costa. Over the next couple of years Leighton executed his first major work. The wildly popular Cimabue's celebrated Madonna is carried in procession through the streets of Florence, 1853. Displayed at the Royal Academy in London in 1855, it was bought on the first day of the exhibition by Queen Victoria. Leighton's formal artistic education was rigorous and international. He studied at the Royal Academy schools in London, as well as in continental academies in Brussels, Florence and Frankfurt. This classical training instilled in him a mastery of draftsmanship and an appreciation for idealized forms, laying the foundation for his later academic style. His artistic influences were wide-ranging, drawing from classical Greek and Roman sculpture, the Italian Renaissance masters, and the burgeoning aesthetic movement of his time. He was particularly drawn to themes of beauty, mythology, and historical narratives, often imbuing his canvases with a sense of poetic idealism and sensuous grace. The emphasis on aesthetic beauty and art for art's sake, a central tenet of the aesthetic movement, resonated deeply with his artistic vision. Unable, it seems, to remain in one place for too long, at the age of 25 Frederic relocated again, this time to Paris, where he encountered many of the artistic giants of the previous generation, including Jean Ingres, Eugene Delacroix and Jean-François Millet. Though his acquaintances were typically diverse in their artistic affiliations, from Ingres' Neoclassicism to Millet's Realism, it was around this time that Leighton began to sense the new spirit of aestheticism then stirring in Parisian artistic circles, which placed emphasis on beauty above all else. He would become increasingly associated with the movement. In 1859, Leighton settled in London, which would remain his primary place of residence for the rest of his life. It was here, as a member of the Hogarth Club, that he encountered other young artists of his generation, including key members of the Pre-Raphaelite group such as Dante Gabriel Rossetti. Although they appear to have been friends, the relationship between Leighton and this infamously tempestuous group was complex and contradictory. There were as many stylistic similarities between their work as there were mutual points of antagonism, a fact that Leighton himself recognized. Leighton enjoyed a remarkably successful and prominent professional life. He was elected an Associate of the Royal Academy in 1864, a full academician in 1868, and served as its president from 1878 until his death. His tenure as president was marked by significant reforms and a period of great prestige for the institution. He received numerous accolades, including a baronetcy in 1886, becoming the first painter to be so honored. His annual contributions to the Royal Academy exhibitions were highly anticipated events in the Victorian art world. While Leighton remained unmarried throughout his life, his personal relationships were significant. He maintained close friendships with many prominent figures in the artistic and literary circles of his day, including artists like George Frederick Watts and writers such as Algernon Swinburne. Though details of romantic entanglements are scarce, his correspondence suggests a rich network of intellectual and artistic companionship. During the late 1860s and early 1870s, Leighton traveled to Egypt, the Middle East and Greece, developing a reputation as a painter of landscapes. It is testament to his artistic versatility that he also excelled at portraiture throughout his career, though he never let it dominate his practice, a temptation many artists yielded to because of the large financial benefits of such work. In 1877, his first exhibited sculpture, Athlete Wrestling a Python, was completed. The piece was heralded as signaling a rebirth of the sculptural form, prompting a movement known as New Sculpture. Leighton revitalized neoclassical sculpture by emphasizing supple bodily movement and a high naturalism, and by incorporating many of the Orientalist and mythological motifs of symbolism. 1 year later, he became president of the Royal Academy and was knighted. In his role as president, he mediated between the competing demands of tradition and the avant-garde, just as his own art had always done. In his later years, Leighton continued to work prolifically, his dedication to his art undiminished. He remained a respected and influential figure in the art world, his pronouncements carrying considerable weight. His grand studio, Leighton House, became a testament to his aesthetic tastes and a gathering place for the artistic elite. He passed away in 1896, still holding the esteemed position of President of the Royal Academy. Today, Frederic Leighton is remembered as a leading figure of the Victorian art scene, particularly associated with the aesthetic movement and his masterful depictions of historical and mythological subjects. While his academic style fell somewhat out of favor in the early 20th century with the rise of modernism, there has been a renewed appreciation for his technical skill, his evocative compositions, and his significant contribution to British art history. Leighton House remains a fascinating museum, offering insight into the life and artistic world of this influential painter, ensuring his legacy continues to be explored and admired by both the art community and the general public.
If you're enjoying the content so far, I would really appreciate it if you could take a moment to subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know when we upload new videos, and you'll never miss out. Also, don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. It really helps out and lets us know that you're enjoying the content. And if you think this video would be helpful or entertaining for someone else, please share it with them. Finally, make sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video.